Yep. This is all you need right here. This would probably be like the most, it would probably be like the most funniest thing ever. All right, so we're back. It's time to shoot another great YouTube video. Man, I'm feeling kind of fresh right now. All right, so let me get right down to the point because actually I gotta make a run. So this might be, we're getting back to the how to LS swap your Pontiac G8. So this might be episode 4 or 5 or something like that. I forgot. I've been too much caught up in freshening up the motor with the cam and other stuff, push rods and whatnot. So I'm getting ready to walk you guys. I'm gonna give you guys probably like the most quickest, detailed, undetailed video ever. Okay, so where do I start? It's kind of hard to start. I'm basically just gonna, do my thing, show you guys, point out a whole lot of stuff, and delivery trucks are haul assing down the street today. Ooh. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna point out. I'm gonna give you guys to a link down in the description below. This is where I got most of my source material from. It's www.lt1swap.com. All right, this video is not sponsored, by the way. I just want to let you guys know that they have like the most detailed wiring pictures and explanations and stuff like that. Even got things highlighted and things printed in bold for you guys too. You can also copy the pictures. There's a PDF where, you can probably just save it to your phone or something like that. They have all the detailed information for wiring, LS swapping, your basically your LS, especially when working with the engine wire harness and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm gonna leave a link to the description down below. And also I'm gonna speed through a couple things of what I did. This is really gonna help you guys with the wiring aspect on basically your engine also. So if you wanna go with obviously, I don't know, I can't say obviously because some people wanna put in carburetors on their LSs, but they even have a category for that too on the website. This guy he will even do tunes. I'm saying I'm pretty sure it's a he, or it could be a she. Even does mail order tunes and stuff like that. There's a lot of information on this website, so go ahead and check it out. What was I saying? I was kind of like all over the place right there. It's going to give you the information on how to install certain, not install, but remove certain wires that you're not going to need. So a lot of people, if you want to go with a mechanical trans, an old school trans, like how I'm doing with the Power Glide, it gave me a detailed pinout from the wire harness all the way down to the PCM on what wires to remove and stuff like that. Wires that I'm not going to use at all. It's just going to clutter up my wire harness. I want to at least make the engine bay look as clean and factory as possible. So I eliminated everything that has to do with the electronic trans. Took all those wires out, taped them up, cleaned the wire harness up real good. So for you guys who want to do the exact same thing, I'm telling you, it's really, really easy. It really, if you can see color and you can read, you can really build your own wire harness. Me, I'm gonna be honest, this took me about 6 days. Why did it take me 6 days? Because I worked on it probably about half an hour a day. That's really why. And you guys got to remember, I got kids too, so I can't steadily always work on it. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown. I'm gonna show the wire harness. I picked the cleanest spot in the house right now, okay, with plenty of daytime light, so I can show you guys what's going on. All right, let me stop running my mouth and show you. So this is what we have here. Okay, now you go and get your 5.3 out of a truck, a Tahoe, a Suburban, or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna start with the most confusing part that even confused me well, this is basically the wire harness. Like, it's all cleaned up now. It's cleaned up, it's taped up, everything's looking pretty much really, really good. Okay, so I'm gonna start here with the basics. You know that big square pack right there that's got like all the pink wires and stuff in it. Yeah, that was this right here. It's confusing, but it's really not that confusing. I don't even really know how to explain this. Okay, so here's the red. Where's my blue? Where's my blue? And here's my blue. This is what you guys are going to want to do, okay? So you're going to pop it's just like a gray locking cap on the back side right here. Trust me, things are going to get crazy. You're going to want to, once you start popping off these color caps too, and this back gray cap, you're going to want to label this just in case. You never know. Not everyone has the same IQ. So I marked this one red. I marked this one B for blue, or butt cheeks, like a butt for blue. Okay. There's that main battery cable harness. I may use that, I may not. I may use the original one that's in the car. Okay, so let's start from the basics. You get your wire harness. You get the wire harness all laid out. Okay, you lay it out. That's it. Just lay it out. You want to remove all the old wire loom off the wire harness. Okay, that's going to be step one. Pick a spot. Okay, so say if you want to start here, you can even see how I labeled some of this stuff here too, with my horrible handwriting. Crankshaft sensor. What's this one? What's this one over here? What's this one? Oil level switch, okay? And we got my little, this is purple, by the way. This is the starter wire, okay? So just an example, if you wanted to start here with this part of the wire harness, remove all the loom, okay? Remove all the loom. Especially on the big branches, you want to remove all the loom all the way down to like a big connecting point. This is going to help you guys too. Get zip ties, get plenty of zip ties, probably a 200 pack, okay? You can probably get the minis, okay? You ain't got to get the real big thick ones unless you want to, whatever floats your boat, okay? Like this. Huh, gotcha, made you look. Zip tie it up right here. Not too tight, but a little loose. Why? Because you're going to want to pull some of these wires out. So if you make it real snug, you won't be able to pull the wire out. So leave like a little bit of, give it some tension, but leave it like a little loose, enough for you to pull a wire out. Okay, probably here, put a zip tie. Here, put a zip tie. Here, put a zip tie. Here. Right here, when you get to one, like some of these branches right here, you want to put a zip tie here also, okay? You kind of want to section off this little branch right here. Little pieces like this, you don't have to remove the wire loom because it's basically one wire. You see what I mean? It's single. It's its own thing. Later on, when you're done with the wire harness, you can probably clean it up, put some fresh tape on it, or fresh loom and stuff like this. You can see here, I have my AC request switch. I didn't wrap that up, okay? Because I know I'm gonna need that. I'm definitely, I could have done it like this, sent it up here, wrapped it around, but no, I'm not. No, I'm gonna give this one its own loom. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna give it its own loom, that single wire. That's what you gotta do to help keep your wire harness intact. But trust me, if you go and you just rip all the loom off the wire harness, it's going to be a freaking rat's nest everywhere. And the next thing you know, you're probably going to say, forget it. So work with one branch at a time, Okay. There's a reason why I said, I didn't say start here, because this is going to get out of control real fast. You want to work your way like down a medium-sized branch into the main harness and so forth and so on, kind of like how I did. Okay, so if you look at it, everything's all labeled out. What's this one? So I got my even coils right here. Got my fuel injectors and stuff like that. See, everything's all nice and neat. All nice and neat. Zip ties and all that stuff is going to be your friend. That's like the best way I can probably explain it. See, it's all cool. Nice and neat. Professionally done, professionally rewrapped. This is the cool part too. This like thick piece right here. This is like some old hose. Some old hose. Yeah, this is like an old hose that I found. And as you can see, this is wrapped around the big main part. The main part that really like houses all of the wires in itself. Don't really, I'm trying to tell you, do not start right here. Don't. Work on the small ones. Okay, clean those up, keep those intact. I'm telling you guys this from my own personal experience because I started from here, from the connectors, and then I worked my way down. It was basically just a cluster. Now that I've done this, okay, I can pass on my knowledge to you guys too. All right, so zip ties, work at small branches, work backwards, lay this thing out because this is where I did it at too. And I'm trying to tell you, look, small kids, okay? Small kids. I did this right here by the door. This is the biggest, brightest area I had. Yeah, imagine me leaving this on the floor for almost a week. Yikes. So work on small branches, clean it up, tape it up. Not clean it up, but zip tie it up. That way you can keep everything intact. You can keep the branches intact. So when you done and you pull all your wires out that you don't need, it's going to be easy for you to loom them back up and tape them back up. Okay. So where's a cluster at? Where's a cluster at? See, like here, this is a cluster of wires right here. Let me pull out one. See here, this is going to be for the, that's going to be too hard to explain here in this video. See what we got here. Let's see what we got here. What's this? Oh, that's the traction control, clutch control. Oh, hold on a second. All right, here we go. This will be an easy one to explain. Fuel tank pressure signal. Okay, so you see this branch right here? It's going to be kind of coming right off of the PCM, well, the PCM connector. You see these wires here, especially like this super long wire right here. Oh my God, this one here is for the tach signal. These wires don't have any type of connector. I know you guys are probably asking, okay, so what the heck are you gonna do with this? There's no connector. These will get spidered into the vehicle harness. Okay, this is going to be sent, since the 6-cylinder is not there, okay, we're going to be using the 8-cylinder. So whatever these wires were at on the 6-cylinder, these are now replacing it because the PCM is going to be sending fresh new signals. Okay, that's why we have these here. This is going to be like a cut, splice, butt connector, heat wrap, shrink type of thing. Going back to the pank wires too. The pank wires are going to be getting hooked up into the factory fuse box by, listen carefully, by 12 volt key. Okay, not constant 12 volt, 12 volt key. Let me go over here to this side. All right, this is going to be a more simpler one. I probably should have explained it over here. So I know you, just like me, I was wondering like, what the heck, how am I going to get the OBD2 and stuff like that? This is going to be the serial data port. Okay. If you can probably see it here, it says PCM ignition supply. See what I mean? That's a pank wire. So when you turn that key, that's when juice is being sent. Now look, here's an orange wire. This is PCM battery supply. Orange wire is constant 12 volt. Okay, so there's like 2 pinks, there's 2 oranges. Okay, so you can probably, I know what I'm gonna do, but you guys can probably put the 2 pinks together, wire that up into a certain fuse and spider that into a fuse in the fuse box. You can spider up the 2 oranges together. What else is in here? This one is the brake switch. Okay, you can wire that one up into the brake switch. This is really going to be like a part 1.5 of electrical. Basically, part 1 right here is the the explanation of the wire harness. This wire right here, this is not going to go to the outside of the car. This is going to go to the inside in the fuse box. Not in it, but you know what I mean, to the wire that's right there. Because this one is going to go to the body control module. All right, that's going to be the thing that's going to allow everything to still work inside the body. So let's see. What else? Okay, so I explain these wires here. I explain these wires. So yeah, basically all the wires are going to be left over are going to get wired to the car. You're going to clean up your wire harness. You're going to have your injectors, your ignition spark, your O2 sensors and stuff like that. Your TPS sensors, oxygen sensors, all the sensors that you need for this engine to still run. As you guys probably see, probably about like right here or something would have been spidered off, would have been everything going to the electronic trans, such as the 4L, the 4L60 or something like that. Or if you guys want to use a 4L80, which in my opinion is kind of dumb because the 4L80 is going to be huge in that freaking car. You're probably going to have to cut the damn transmission tunnel out. But anyway, there's no transmission connectors in there. All right, reason why. Let me give you guys right here a rundown of the website right here. So as you can see, lt1swap.com. He has like, how can I scroll here? He has so much information, okay, on your wire harnesses and stuff like that for you guys to do this. All right, so that's really it. I'm trying to I'm thinking like, did I explain this as detailed as possible? Yeah, so that's basically it, guys. Get your wire harness, lay it out, work in small sections at a time, cut the loom off, use zip ties, keep everything wrapped up nice and neat, because this will get spiraled out of control really fast. You'll have like wires everywhere. And let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. On the connectors here, these color caps come off. Okay, so you could probably stick a pick on this side, and down here on this side, you stick a pick, and you can just pull it off. No force is needed for this one. Now, if you look inside there, you see those spiky pins right there? So say you didn't want a certain wire. Okay, I really can't show you on the back side, but I can kind of give you an example. Also, more information. Each pin, okay, is going to be numbered. So put like this wire right here. Say if I didn't want this, I don't know what it says, number 40. Is that a 40? Yeah, that's 40. Say if I didn't want number 40 on the red section, I would push the pin in. Okay. This little barbed piece would shoot out. It's really easy. The barbed piece would shoot out. I would get my dikes, cut off the barbed end, and just pull it out. That'll be it. And then I would trace the wire. I will pull it out. I would trace the wire through the wire harness all the way down to its connector. See, like here, boom. Because imagine a zip tie will be right here, right? I will pull it out, boom. Now this wire is hanging out, but all these wires are still hooked up together, okay? And then I'm pulling, I'm getting down here, I'm politely looping it out of the zip tie, I'm pulling. And then I would chase it all the way down to its connector, okay? And then I would just pull it out. That'll be it. Yep, so that would be it. So anyway, going back to the website, see me, I would click on wire harness info. I'm coming. I'm gonna go down here to wire harness information. And right here, It even has the, as you can see, it even has the pinout for the blue-green harness. So since we already know that mine is the 99 through 02, why? Because it has the red-blue PCM connectors. All right, so I would just click there. So remember what I was explaining to you guys about like how the connectors are? Look, right there, truck, connector, blue. And let me just scroll down here, scroll down. As you can see, everything is numbered. It even has the color and the circuit. So 5-liter connector, red. You can't get much simpler than that. What wire were we playing with just now? Number 40. See, look at that. Number 40. It was black and white. That's the circuit number. You really don't have to worry about the circuit numbers, but you definitely have to worry about this. See that? That was the PCM ground. Okay. And speaking of ground wires, there's a lot of ground packs. Basically, a bunch of ground wires are always going, like there could be, you'll trace a ground wire and it will go to a cluster of ground wires. But as long as you ground everything out like how you're supposed to, you're good. If you find a connector that you don't need that has a ground, when you get to that ground pack, you want to snip that wire as close to the ground pack as close as possible. Well, anyway, like I was saying, number 40, it was black and white. It went to the PCM ground. So as you see, that's still in my wire harness. Why? Because I need my PCM ground. So a lot of the stuff I did eliminate. Okay, like I said, I eliminated the electronic trans. Okay, so I didn't need my, let me go back up here. Like, you see these things that are highlighted in red? Okay. He even made a little category, a little footnote up here also. As you can see, there's a lot, but there's a couple things that are highlighted in red. Okay. The electronic trans, basically the 4L60s, the 4L80s and stuff like that. If it's highlighted in red, you can remove it. Okay. Blocks highlighted like this that are in blue, there are wires that are needed to go to an external connection for a standalone, such as like fuses, relays, stuff like that. And blocks highlighted like this that are highlighted in yellow are wires that can be removed from the PCM connectors and they are not needed. But if you remove all those, you just won't have an emissions vehicle. You see what I mean? Now here's a good example too, which kind of tripped me up because I'm looking at it like, what the heck is a HO2S, blah, blah, blah. But when you read it out loud, you're like, oh, duh. Heated oxygen sensor signal. Bank 2, sensor 2. Bank 2, sensor 2. I was getting ready to remove these. I'm glad I didn't. Okay, because I still need this thing to pass emissions. And that was the last piece of electronical device that I actually worked with. And I'm glad that I did, because I would have accidentally removed my upstream O2 sensors. See, it just takes reading. Okay, guys, it takes reading. Don't rush. Okay, this is not a race. All right, see, look at that. Look at that. Serial data port, PCM battery supply. Everything is all here. There's no rush in doing this. Trust me. Trust me. If my goofy behind can do this, you guys can do it also. All right? So, this is basically me just explaining to you guys the engine wire harness. So once the motor and everything gets buttoned up, cleaned up, and ready to install into the car, the exposed wires and stuff like that, we're going to splice those. We're going to splice, spider, whatever you guys want to call it, into the factory wire harness of the vehicle. That's going to allow everything to run. The body control module to get a certain signal to let you know that the car is running and certain things should do things. There's vehicle speed sensors coming from the computer that are going somewhere like to the wheels or something like that. So I should still be able to get my speedometer to work. As you guys saw, I have a tax signal wire, so my tax should be able to work. And all the other wires right there that you probably saw, like fuel connector and stuff like that, all those gauges should work. If I find the right wire, they should all work. But anyway, this is just a quick video giving you guys a detailed that's a gray hair. Giving you guys a detail of what's going on, what pretty much I've been doing. Hopefully the post office will get their stuff in order and I can start getting my parts and I can start making more videos. You can probably see, you know, I gotta buy parts from other places. Big shout out to this company right here. They're always on time. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Make sure you drop a like. Definitely bombard me, hit me up with the comments and stuff like that. And if you're new to my channel, hopefully you get a chance to hit that subscribe button. Gosh, hit it. Stop watching the video and don't subscribe. Gosh. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna go make me a sandwich or something. Peace. Thanks for watching.